First of all, thanks, Lovely, for bringing that so much of information about the product. I also started using it recently, and within a week's time, we can see the result on the skin. That much I can do, because this is the first product I got that much of increment on skin in a week's time. And okay, coming to my topic, it's objective handling. I think most of you know what is objection is all about, and objection handling skill is the one of the biggest skills any entrepreneur should have. And this particular skill is very important, especially for us who are in network marketing, because we face people day in and day out, and we tend to hear, because people have different perception about the industry and the product. We get to hear a lot of negatives and objections, basically, right? So first thing what we need to understand here is, I mean, I was not knowing this before entering the business, that I used to, if somebody says talks negative about it, if it's resistant to my opinion, I used to feel that, yeah, you may not be accepting my idea. I just used to walk away. I did not want to argue there. Sometimes even if I argue also, I will not be able to convince. Argument is nothing but, there is a saying, right? So nobody wins in an argument. So you may win an argument, but you may lose the prospect. So what I understood is, it's not like objection is not rejection. It's part of selling. So when somebody objects, there will be a reason behind it. The important thing is to understand that why he is actually objecting. So there could be a lot of reasons why he objects. First thing is, he may not trust the concept which I am selling to, or he may not trust on me, basically, because most of the times we'll be talking to strangers. And the third thing is, he may not trust himself. That's also a case, whether he can do that business or not. So these kinds of questions also will be running in his mind. And the fourth thing about the product, if it is there, then he may not trust the quality of the product, pricing of the product, side effects, all those things may be running in his mind. So before we address that particular concern, if we try to jump in to a convincing mode, which is a standard method most people follow, it doesn't work, basically, right? So it will break the deal. So objection handling is very crucial in making or breaking a deal. Okay, so now let's understand. Like I just listed down what all the typical objections we face in our industry. So just wrote down few here. The first question, maybe people ask is like, is it related to chain scheme, pyramid scheme, those kind of fraudulent schemes? That's the thing they ask. And the second thing, I'm not good in sales. I'm not selling, so I don't have the particular skills. So I'm not good at selling. So this is also one objection we hear. And maybe I don't know many people. I don't have too many people. I have very few people in my circle, so I may not be able to build a business using network marketing concept. So that is also one objection we hear. And then some people may say it's a pyramid scheme, where only people who are joined first and who are on the top will make more money than the others. This is also objection we hear. And I don't have relevant skills. My experience or my qualification doesn't match. And some people may say, not sure whether it will work for me or not. And some people say, I don't have time, I'm totally occupied. And some people, for product front, we usually hear, I'm already eating a healthy food, fruits and vegetables. I'm going for a walk. I do exercise on a daily basis. Why should I need supplements? This also we hear a lot of times. And some people may object about the cost of the product. They may say the products are really expensive, right? I can't afford it. So the best way to handle any objection is not to try to convince or confront the person. So if I say, if somebody says, hey, I don't have time, you say, hey, if you want to do something good in your life, so you have to learn to manage time. So this is the moment you tell that, so the other person will think, yeah, this guy is trying to teach me something, as if he's supreme, like that. So that opinion goes there, right? So somebody may say, is it pyramid scheme and chain scheme? Then I will say, no, it is not like that. So it's not that fraudulent scheme what you are thinking, and blah blah blah. If I start telling, he will say he's trying to convince me. So in both the cases, I will lose the prospect. Okay, so there is a good old method which works very best in this particular scenarios, in any objection handling. It's called feel, felt, found approach. Okay, so this is the traditional approach. Is a very old method, but it works wonders. Basically, most influencers, more negotiation skill people, and the successful network marketing people use this particular technique, feel, felt, found. Not only this can not only be applied in the business, but also in office also. I've been successful in using with the managers, and even whenever there is a tough situation of handling or when there is a conflict, I think this is the best way to handle and influence a person. Okay, so here the first thing, maybe I will tell you the steps how it goes. So whenever somebody objects, the first thing we should be doing is listening to him carefully. Okay, the first thing, you should get a feeling that it's not like a faking that. We should genuinely feel that I'm listening to whatever concern he has, whether it could be related to business, whether it could be related to product, whatever it is. I should be a genuine listener first. Okay, the second question is, this is where it starts. This listening means I'm feeling for it. I have a feeling towards it. Like that's the first step. Feel, felt, found, right? So the first step, and the second step is felt, right? So that is where I will start to relate to him. Maybe I will start giving an example about myself, or I may start to give an example about someone who had a similar scenario or who had a similar opinion about that particular business or about that particular product. Okay, so somebody says, for example, I don't have time. Okay, so then if I listen to him, okay, I'm occupied with work and all he'll be saying, and I will listen to it, and after that I say, yeah, even I also even if he knows I'm also busy. It cannot be like if I'm promoting a product. Okay, so I say, this is a very good product. I want to pitch for him. Then he says, yeah, I'm not interested in this product. I am healthy. I don't think it will work for me. If he says, if I'm saying, hey, you know that I have a bad health, and then I start, if he knows my history and I'm not having a bad health, it's like faking, right? So I should not be faking that. So you can take a different example there. So in case of this time constraint, so you can say, yeah, even I was also thinking like that, because even my work schedule is also like yours, because I understand your pain. So I need to tell this basically. I basically understand what you are in, what kind of situation you are in. I understand it's very difficult to manage your family, work, and also I was also feeling like that, and I was thinking how to build this business parallel to this, because already I was short of time. Then actually I met a person. That is where your story starts. The first thing is listening. The second thing is felt, like relating to a person. Okay, the third thing, a part of this is storytelling. Storytelling is covers the found part, what you found basically when you have that kind of an opinion. What is that you found? Okay, so that's where I will start my story. Then I will tell, yeah, even I was also thinking like that. Then I met a person, actually he is actually a very senior position, even more stressed than me, and he has a kid at home, and he was able to build a business parallel to his job. And I was surprised, how is he managing that? And then actually when I went there and I asked him how is he managing all these things, and then he said one thing that, see, if I look at my 5 years back, like this is one important part here. When he was telling a story, see, if somebody is not listening to it, doesn't it means that you're not giving a value to it, whether it is a product or business. Again here it's the same here. So as long as the person feels there is something for him, from some value for him, he will not get convinced with your idea. He will not be sold out basically, right? So you need to bring in value there, saying there is something for him in store. If he uh, if he accepts this, whatever I'm proposing, if he feels that there is an important thing or value addition for his life, he will take it. If I'm not showing that value or that important thing in my offer, he will never accept it. He will just listen and he will say, I'm not interested. Let me see later. These kind of words we will get to hear. Okay. So when I'm saying this, then yeah, to continue with that, then when I say, yeah, then I met that person and he asked me one simple question. See, you have spent all your 5 years. If you look back your 5 years, how you have spent your life, and the next 5 years, is it going to make a difference if you lead the same life what you are leading now? Actually that started, then I can tell that, continue my story. Then I can say, then I started thinking, yeah, whatever he's saying is actually so true, right? So if I'm not changing any life, because I've been seeing that I've been leading such a similar life, and there is no, it's kind of an autonomous life what I'm leading. Then I started thinking, and then he asked me one simple question. Suppose if I can help you how to take out that time and efficiently use it to build something solid for your future, will you be able to work with me? Okay, so when I asked that, then I said, yeah, this guy has already done it. And then if he's willing to coach me, then I felt that's the best thing I can do in my life. So then I said yes, and then I continued it. So when I tell this, that guy, it's very important here to understand what is his real concern. That's where it comes down to everything. If I'm not understanding his purpose, what is he looking for, right, his real concern, I will never be able to relate to him. That the first and foremost important thing is we should not be answering why. We need to understand why is in that perception. Basically, we need to ask questions. Why do you think you don't have time? The first thing when he says that, we should be asking that question so that we get that answer. What is that going on his mind? The why part. What is bothering him? If I understand that, I can narrate my story and link it to it in such a way that he gets value out of it. The moment I do it, he will say, yeah, definitely. If you are able to help me, I can partner with you. So this is the time. This is what we get to hear. Okay, so even it's same for the product as well. If somebody says I can't afford the product is very well costly, then obviously I can say, yeah, definitely. I'm eating already healthy food. Then I say, yeah, if you are, that's great. Actually, we should appreciate that time. So that's great that you are eating healthy food, and it means that you're already know what is the value of nutrition. That I think you will understand what I'm saying. So you know that all that we can start, like the Manoj in the boot camp also, he tells no every time. It's not replacing the food. It's basically uh, providing nutrition gap, that whatever is there existing in the fruit, right? So the food basically. So this, we are bridging the nutrition gap. So when I bring that story, then you will understand. Okay, he understood me. It is not like just straight away he was confronting me. He understood me, and after that, he is actually educating me. So you should not feel that he is trying to educate me, or that kind of feeling you should not get. You should come with a story. When you come with a story of yours or somebody else's, it will not directly hurt his ego. Basically, the objective is not to hurt his ego. Okay, that's if you hurt his ego, then and there is gone. Okay, so this is what it is. It doesn't come straight away. This skill, like it takes a lot of conversations, a lot of objections you need to face, and then fine tune your handling skills basically. So this is what I wanted to share, Satish.